Hello friends, myself Dr. Kulbhushan W. Pawar from Department of Botany, RB Narayanrao Borake College, Srirampur, District Ahmednagar. Today we are going to see the particular topic, that is the plant protection method. In last lecture we had seen the plant protection methods from the tomato, peas. From the vegetable side there is the tomato and the particular peas. Now today the particular beans, the topic that is from the T.Y.B.Sc class. There is a paper that is the horticulture and floriculture, and from that paper this topic is plant. Actually the topic was the fruits and vegetable production technology, where there is the inclusion of the plant protection method, and from that today we are going to see the plant protection method for the beans. Okay, bean is the important crop and what we call the food or the cash crop. We know that the values of the beans, it is a very rich source of the particular proteins from the vegetables. Okay, beans belonging to the family Leguminosae, and they are the considered nutritive vegetable as they have the high amount of the vegetable protein. So there is the green tender pods are used as the vegetable, and there is the again the dry seeds that are used as the particular in vegetable. The different varieties of beans are cultivated in India. For instance, there is the French bean, cowpea, then there is the cluster bean, broad beans, kidney beans, then lima beans, then soya beans, and there is the another, what is that, there is the garden beans. So many types of bean that are cultivated in India. Again there are the different or many type of diseases that occur on the particular bean plant, or the bean plant get affected by the several type of the diseases. So though the most of the particular beans problem can be prevented by the choosing and planting of the particular disease resistant variety. Beans are subjected to the number of the diseases or number of diseases that causes the injury, and ultimately it causes the loss, and there is the again it will be adversely effect on the yield of the plants. Then they should be properly identified and prevented by the particular grower. The disease should be properly identified and prevented by the grower. So in this section, what are the diseases of the particular bean? What are the common diseases on bean plants? There are the some diseases from bacterial side, there are the diseases from the fungal side, and there are the diseases from the viral side. So for instance, in case of bacterial side, there is the bacterial blight, what we call, there is the bacterial brown spot is there. Then another one, there is the common blight. From the fungal side, there is the anthracnose, grey mold, white mold, and the rust. And from the viral side, there is the bean common mosaic and bean yellow mosaic viruses. So friends, we here in this lecture we brief describe or description of the particular various disease, information of their causes, and recommendations. What are their recommendations are there for their prevention as well as the particular control measures. Means what we can see here, the symptoms, name of the disease, then causal agent of the disease or what we call the causative agent of the disease, then there is the symptoms of the disease, then what are the management practices for the disease, or what are the control measure or on the other hand, what are the preventive measures? So here, first of all, there is the first disease, that is the from bacterial side, that is the bacterial bites, causal agent or the disease called as the bacterial brown spot. The disease called as the bacterial brown spot. The causal agent, or what we called the causative agent, that is the Pseudomonas syringae. Pseudomonas syringae is the bacteria that causes this particular bacterial brown spot. How one can identify this particular bacterial brown spot or bacterial blight disease? So there are the symptoms that are seen. The disease is characterized by the leaf lesions that are circular brown and necrotic and often surrounded by a bright yellow zones. Okay, often surrounded by bright yellow zones. Then infected pod may be twisted or bent where the lesion develop. Okay, so this is the symptoms that are the on the leaf lesion that are circular, brown and necrotic and often surrounded by bright yellow zones. Then infected pod may be twisted or bent where the lesion develop. Then another disease from the bacterial side, there is the particular common blight. What is called common blight? The causal agent or causative agent, that is the Xanthomonas campestris. Okay, so this is the Xanthomonas campestris is the causal agent of this particular common blight disease. Here there is the symptoms that are the initially appear as a water soaked spot that gradually enlarge and become flaccid. So here there is the water soaked spot, initially water soaked spot that gradually enlarge and become flaccid. Then on pods the lesions are circular and appear greasy and grey. Okay, so lesions are the particular circular and appear greasy and grey. Then how to manage both diseases? Bacterial brown spot, or another one is the common blight, or what is the bacterial blight and the common blight. How to manage this disease? How to control the disease? First of all, there is a recommendation that the crop rotation of the regular interval period, then cultivation by berry crop residues, then there is the seed treatments and foliar spray with copper based bactericides. This is the important thing, that is what the seed treatments and the foliar sprays with the copper based the bactericide, or there is the copper based antibiotics is there, may help to reduce the particular both the sorts of the disease. So this is the bacterial disease, and this is the both the bacterial disease, and there is the management of the disease. Then another disease from the particular fungal side. Then another disease from the fungal side, that is the anthracnose. Again, this is the common disease. What is the causal agent of this disease? That is the that is the colotrichum. This is the causal agent of this particular disease. What is called colotrichum, and the species is that Lenbustry-Thanem. Okay, so then what are the symptoms of the particular disease? Symptoms of disease, there is the lesion may occur on any part of the shoot, any part of the particular shoot, petioles and leaves, petioles and leaves. Okay, so about the symptoms, there is the lesion may occur on the particular any part of the shoot, petioles and there is the leaves. On older stem, eye spots are seen. On older stem, there is the eye spot develops. Eye spot that are developed on the older stem, and there is the again lesion that are seen on the upper, initially on the lower surface, and then there is the upper surface of the leaves. So this is the symptoms. Lesion may occur on the particular any part of shoot. Then there is the petioles and leaves, or in case of leaves, on the old there is the lower and upper surface, there is the lesions are seen, and on the older stem there is the development of the particular eye spot, or eye spot are seen on the stem also. Then what are the control measure, or what will be the managing strategies of this particular disease? Then seed should be, first of all, there is the seed should be pathogen free. When you choose the particular seed for sowing purpose, then it should be the pathogen free. Then there is the crop residues should be buried. Whatever the crop residue in the field, it should be buried. Then the another one is that there is the rotation of crops. Okay, there is the again rotation of the particular crops is also recommended, and use of the genetic resistance cultivar is also recommended for the management of the disease. Means what? Use of the genetic resistant cultivar. Then pathogen free seeds. When you choose the seeds, that time the seeds is free from the pathogen, or the use of the seeds that is coming from the certified companies. Then there is the crop rotation practices there, and burial of the particular crop residue. So these are the particular control measures of the to manage the particular disease, what we call the anthracnose. Then there is the another disease, that is the grey mold. Okay, another disease, that is the grey mold. What is the causal agent? Botrytis cinerea. Okay, the causal agent is the Botrytis cinerea. So this particular disease is again the common disease, and it destructed the particular flowers or flowerings and the matured pods. Okay, this disease is again the destructed to flowers and the mature pods. Then what are the symptoms of the disease? What are the symptoms of the disease? this particular it causes the particular disease in field. It causes disease in field and harvested bean. Okay, so it causes disease in field as well as the harvested bean, affect all parts of the shoot. Affect all parts of shoots. Okay, it affect all part of shoot. Then another symptom is that there is the longitudinal brown streaks brown streaks form on stem, Okay, longitudinal brown streak form on the stem and petiole. Okay, so disease occur in field and the harvested beans affect harvested bean. It affect all parts of the shoots. There is the longitudinal brown streaks form on the stem and petiole. These are the major symptoms of the particular disease, that is the grey mold. There is the longitudinal brown streaks form on stem and petiole. Then what about the control of the disease, or how this disease can manage? Try to avoid the humid condition. First of all, there is the first of all, try to avoid the humid condition or the particular cooler condition. Then there is the again another control measure is that pod rot controlled by the particular cooling the pod to 7 to 10 degree Celsius. Cooling the pod at the particular 7 to 10 degree Celsius is another control measure, or placing the particular pod at the temperature of 7 to 10 degrees Celsius. So we can avoid the pod rot. Again, another one control measures or management practice is that use of the disease resistant variety. Okay, then next disease is what? Rust. What is the causal agent of the particular rust? That is the Euromyces appendiculatus. This is the causal agent of the disease rust, that is the Euromyces appendiculatus. Okay, then what are the symptoms of the rust disease? There is the first symptom is that reddish brown circular pitulate reddish brown circular pitulate spot occur on leaves, petiole and pod. Okay, This is the major symptoms of the rust. What is that? The reddish brown circular pistulate spot occur on the leaves and the particular pod. Then what are the control measure or what is the managing strategies of this disease? Seed treatment with the particular recommended fungicides. Okay, for the control of this disease, there is the seed treatment from the recommended fungicide is again the fungicide having the particular recommended brand used for the control of this disease. Then there is the use of the particular resistant cultivar to control the disease. Then as we see the grey mold, then another one, that is the white mold. Okay, another disease, that is what? The white mold. What is the causative agent of the disease? Sclerotinia or Sclerotiana sclerosium. Okay, this is the causative agent of the disease, that is the sclerotirum is the causative agent of the disease. What are the symptoms? It affect on the aerial part. Symptoms of the disease, it affect on aerial parts. Okay, it affects on the particular aerial part of beans. Then lesions are seen also on the pods. Lesions are seen also on the pod, leaves, stem. Okay, it affect the aerial part of the plants. Lesions are seen on the pod, leaves and stem. Then what type of lesions that are seen? There is the circular dark green, circular dark green lesions that are seen on the particular pod, leaves and the stem. And again there is the lesions that are seen on the particular branches also. Means circular dark green lesions on the pod, leaves, stem and there is the branches. Then what are the control or management of this particular disease? First of all, the use of the particular crop rotation practice. Then this particular disease, white mold disease, that is the again occur into the dense canopy is there. Where there is the dense canopy, so reduction of the another management of the particular disease, that is the to reduce the dense canopy or there is the reduction of the dense canopy by increasing the particular row width. By increasing the row width and so that we can manage the particular disease. And another use of the fungicide spray is also recommended to control the particular disease. So these are the some disease I told in a brief, that is that causes the particular harm to the bean plants. There is the disease from the bacteria and fungus. Then again there is the disease what I told earlier, that is the viral disease, that for example bean yellow mosaic virus causing by the potty virus, there are the symptoms and the control measures. So this is all about the plant protection method for the bean plants. Okay, thank you.